Hello again. This week I'm going to talk about a man who has passed into crossword legend, whether he likes it or not, basically. He was an Oxford Don of late 1800s, early 1900s, died in about 1930, and he had a particular speech impediment which has become a piece of crossword functionality, and unless you've heard of him, you're never going to spot it. When you've heard of him, it's always written with a capital S, it's very clearly a proper name, and it's an absolute giveaway as to how the clue will work. So in some ways it's an advantage, you know what you're looking for, but it's not the easiest sort of clue to solve sometimes. So I'll show you the example that prompted me to think of it, and we'll see how it breaks down. Flagon of beer as conveyed by Spooner to dance. 9 letters, flagon of beer as conveyed by Spooner to dance. William Spooner, Oxford Don. Legendary, I'm sure he would hope for many other things, but in fact only because he apparently occasionally made a particular linguistic mistake in speech. And instances of it are confirmed instances, are few and far between. There are many apocryphal ones. One in particular is the weight of rages will press hard upon the employer or something, when he meant the rate of wages. So weight of rages, rate of wages, he's mixed up the first consonants, and there's other slight variations as well, but essentially usually it's taking the first consonants of words and swapping them in a particular phrase. So as soon as you see this is a capital S, you know it's a proper name, you know this is a reference to Spooner, and you know what you're looking for. As conveyed by Spooner means as he would have made the mistake. So you know that this is probably going to be your definition, because this is the functionality and it means conveyed by him to dance. So you're probably looking for a word for to dance or a name of a dance. The tricky thing is remembering that to switch the first letters and to reverse engineer from that to the answer. So flagon of beer. You're looking for a word for flagon and a word for beer which, if their first letters were reversed, would make the name of a dance. Sounds ridiculous, but that's how it works, and after a while you get used to thinking in this particular way. So word for flagon, word for beer, reverse the first letters means dance. Now I very helpfully, by the time I got to this one, I had a J as the first letter already, so I knew I was dealing with that. 9-letter word, dance. If you run through a few dances in your head, you might eventually get to the jitterbug. The dance, not the bomb, although I believe one's named for the other. So, what you've done here is take bitter jug, a flagon of beer, a bitter jug, and swap those first letters. That is a spoonerism. A spoonerism being mixing up the first letters. So whenever you see Spooner, you know that you're looking for swapping chunks of words in order to generate the answer. It's not the hardest thing to spot. It can be quite hard to get your head around where those words are coming from and sort of work backwards from a potential answer if you've got one in your head, or just to pick these words apart and then start swapping bits of them. But it's a dead giveaway that I'll have a cap S, and you know straight away, proper name, you're dealing with the reversing of the letters. So yeah, very simply, flagon, jug, beer, bitter, bitter jug, jitterbug, because Spooner, as much as apparently he very rarely did it and is only quoted a couple of times, confirmed instances of him ever having done this, he has for many, many years now been a crossword institution. So poor him, lucky you, and happy solving.